call to the Leader of the Australian Greens.
Labor has approved 23 coal and gas projects and is giving $1.5 billion to the gas-expanding Middle Arm precinct. Will you work with the Greens to ensure a future made in Australia isn't a future for more coal and gas, but instead supports public ownership and a national critical minerals reserve so Australians get their fair share of the future? What's more important to you, Prime Minister, passing your bill or opening more coal and gas mines?
Give the call to the Prime Minister.
I thank the member for his question, and it's on a day when we have approved, through the Environment Minister, Australia's biggest renewable energy project ever. Ever. But does the Leader of the Greens talk about that? No, we won't worry about that. Does he talk about the fact that manufacturing jobs are also going to be created because of Australia's largest ever renewable energy project? No. Too busy out there preparing to vote once again with the coalition
to block
a future made in Australia legislation. Well, I'll say this about a future made in Australia. We have enormous opportunities that we can seize from the transition to net zero. And one of the things that people who are looking at large-scale renewable energy, such as Rio Tinto there in Gladstone, talk about is the need for firming capacity so that they can shift to net zero. And they see that gas has a role to play in that. Now, the Leader of the Australian Greens can pretend that that's not the case, deny that investment occurring, or he can actually get with the program of a real plan to deliver the transition to net zero in a way that sees us deliver the reduction that we have, 43% by 2030, and then net zero by 2050. Now, the Sun Cable project that was approved today in the Northern Territory is expected to deliver more than $20 billion in economic value to the Northern Territory, support an average of 6,800 direct and indirect jobs for each year of the construction phase, with a peak workforce of 14,300. 14,000 jobs in that area.
Order.
And he might know as well that Middle Arm has a role in that export. Middle Arm, by having an industrial precinct in the Northern Territory, has a role in the shift that is needed to occur and that is occurring. So I say to the member for Melbourne, he should support the Future Made in Australia plan. He should support Australian jobs. He should support Australian manufacturing, and we'll wait and see. But we're quite happy for him to get on board, and indeed for the coalition to get on board as well, making more things here, because we need a more resilient economy as we take advantage of the shift in the global economy.